let's talk about the brand new Marvel animated series, Eyes of Wakanda. As with this series, it's about Wakandan warriors throughout history go on dangerous missions to receive vibranium artifacts. This is the second project in Phase 6, the first animated project for Phase 6, and I thought this was a very interesting series. As there are 4 episodes and each of the episodes is something different, as each episode takes place during different times in history, as we see these warriors on missions trying to receive vibranium artifacts. And it was very interesting, very intriguing to see Wakandians throughout history and what they will do to retrieve these artifacts, as we get introduced to many new characters that stand out. With this series, it does actually take place in the main Marvel universe, the main 616 movie universe, and with it doing that, I think it worked, as this takes place centuries before the first Avenger, and we do see a pretty cool connection to the Black Panther movie. There are 4 episodes in this that are 30 minutes long, and with this I do believe that it takes inspiration from the Star Wars Tales shows. And exploring these different time periods, exploring how Wakanda is involved in these different time periods, in these certain events, whether it involves pirates, the Trojan War, involving an Iron Fist, and one that involves a pretty cool connection to the films. I do believe that it is one that stands out. The animation, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a fan of the animation, but I do think that the animation was great. The action when it happens was pretty cool to watch. And like I mentioned before, it is very intriguing to see how these characters are and what they will do to bring back these artifacts. That definitely stood out with this. Part of me would have liked to see more, and probably could have had more episodes, but at the same time, seeing how this fits within the larger MCU, within the Black Panther franchise, as this was also developed by Ryan Coogler, I thought that this was a pretty interesting one. While it is not one of my favorites, it was one that stood out for sure. And I will say, if you're fascinated with Wakanda, you're fascinated with the Black Panther stuff, you will most likely enjoy this. But with season 1 of Eyes of Wakanda, I thought it was a pretty good animated series. It was one that stand out. As with this, episode 3 is my favorite. I liked what they did with the Iron Fist stuff. Many centuries before Danny Rand and T'Challa come in play. Overall, with Eyes of Wakanda, it was a pretty good series. It was interesting how it dives into the Wakandan lore, and it had pretty interesting stories to explore. But have you seen Eyes of Wakanda? If so, what are your thoughts on it? What is your favorite episode? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more.